Once you exit Eagle's Tower after completing it, you'll immediately notice that your flying rooster friend is gone. He's not gone for good though, he won't follow you anymore throughout your main quest, but we are still gonna run into him in just a moment. We can actually make our way directly to the 8th dungeon really. There's really not much in the form of side quests. There are a couple things like we will be getting the final photograph from the cameraman, and we will also be getting one more upgrade. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Nothing is really out of your way in the form of side quests, so yeah, it's pretty straightforward. And the next dungeon is all the way it's at the only portion of Koholint Island that we actually haven't been to yet, and that is the far northwest corner of Koholint Island, and we will be heading there shortly. So I'm backtracking through several screens. We've already been there before, and once you get to this part here, we want to head east a couple screens. We were actually already here in the last chapter when we got the secret seashell that was underneath the rock at the top right corner here. But if we head one more screen to the right, we will come across the photographer. Actually, once you head back to the left across this bridge, and there's our cameraman. Hey, this represents your adventures perfectly. I'll call this one close call. I'm too close. I should back up. So the cameraman just falls off the bridge, and that's it. That's the final photograph. It's kind of cheap that the enemy just regenerates right over there after you get it. Anyway, you could have actually gotten this photograph before. We just couldn't get it when we had the flying rooster with us, but you could have come here once you got the flippers really and gotten this photograph. Now we wanna, if you head inside this house, this is where the flying rooster is. Whoa, finally, this flying rooster is the greatest. Alright, so now he's found his friend with his cuckoo friends. And now we want to make our way west, and we were actually this way before. So hookshot across and head left, and somebody help! Hey Link, some monsters put me up here. What should I do? I'm afraid of heights. Yo, that was a surprise. Link, thank you. Say, Link, I don't know how to say this, but Marin. Huh? Taryn? Never mind. I gotta go. Hoot! That girl sang her song in front of the egg. Her ballad of the windfish is a song of awakening. Did she actually intend to wake the windfish? The next siren's instrument is in the west. Play your melody so the unliving stones might hear. Show your courage. The windfish waits for you. Hoot! Alright, there's really a lot to swallow in that little speech. But before that, if you notice, there's a hole in the wall at the south, and that's where you get the 11th piece of heart if you haven't gotten it already. So in that little speech that Marin gave, it's unclear whether the part she was going to tell Link but then got cut off by Taryn, if that was supposed to be like a love interest type thing, like she was going to reveal that she actually liked Link or something, or perhaps she was trying to wake the windfish. She was going to tell Link that the whole thing is a dream, and I don't know. It's really up for interpretation. Nevertheless, if you get to the screen, you can pick up the rock on the ground, and there's another one of these secret underground caves. And you just sprinkle dust on the little well, and Mad Batter will appear once again. This time, he's already cursed you and allowed you to carry more magic powder and more bombs. This time around, he will curse you, and it will allow you to carry more arrows. In fact, it'll allow you to carry up to 60 arrows. This is a little redundant because, well, not really redundant, but it's really unnecessary because you're never going to need to use 60 arrows. It's really kind of pointless. I suppose the only thing it does do is now that we have these extra arrows, we could just use them randomly if we really wanted to. Jump down the cliff here and you'll notice there is a cracked wall type area. You can just place a bomb and blow it up. And we could have actually reached this area before Eagle's Tower, but we couldn't progress further here, since this fire that is shot at you can only be reflected with the mirror shield that we got inside of Eagle's Tower. So now that we can block that, we can head up the steps and exit this cave. Just continue along, left a couple screens, and you'll get to the entrance of Turtle Rock. And just as the owl stated, you need to play the ocarina to awaken, basically, the turtle here. So you want to, after you get rid of the little crows, you want to pull out the ocarina and play the frog's Song of Soul. And just like how it awakened the flying rooster, it will awaken the giant turtle, basically. This is sort of like a mini-boss of sorts, not really, just this little, suppose it's sort of like a turtle, it's Turtle Rock, it's more like a dragon. But you can just slash at its head repeatedly, and with the level 2 sword, it really is a joke. There's not much to it. And once he is defeated, the entrance to Turtle Rock will be revealed, so enter it, and we'll cover that in the next video.